What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Table of Madness. You heard the bell, which means it's time for another round of the Booster Box Showdown. This round 6, and we'll mark the halfway point, and we'll kind of see the way things are shaking out. It looks like Digimon is on its way to a clean victory, but you never know. Still some hope left in Yu-Gi-Oh, but as more and more boxes get ripped open, the hope for Yu-Gi-Oh actually winning this goes less and less and less, and that's kind of where we're at now, especially in that last round, which was very entertaining. It looked like you had Yu-Gi-Oh finally gonna put another point on the board. You pulled the king, you got Therian, everything's feeling really good. That booster box was actually a pretty good booster box, the best one we had so far. And then all of a sudden, Digimon stole the show again by pulling the most expensive card in the set. So granting Digimon winning that one. So let's see how things shake up here in the 6th round. Also, too, guys, I will be doing a double header. So we are going to do the round 6 today, and we're going to do round 7. So round 6 will be coming out to you hopefully by the morning of, and then round 7 later this afternoon. So today, a double header of the Booster Box Showdown. Also, too, in the last one, thank you guys so much for everybody that have came through and that was commenting and liking the video. We actually did very well in the comment section. You guys really came through, and I do appreciate that. I always love chatting up with you guys, so I really do appreciate that. Don't forget to always comment. Don't forget to always, if you got something you guys want to say, if you have an idea for maybe the next Booster Box Showdown, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I always appreciate you guys. I'm always in there with you too, so don't be afraid to voice your opinion as well. And today, I actually do have a question of the day, because kind of looking at the way this whole Booster Box Showdown is shaking up, I am very impressed, because I've always have been impressed with Digimon. But as I'm opening up more and more Yu-Gi-Oh products, I'm not getting that same feeling from them. And I think we all can agree that there needs to be some kind of changes. But more importantly, too, just for changes in the booster box openings, I would like to see, because I'm kind of getting that itch. I do want to go back into playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but I feel like I'm so far away from, last time I played, pendulum summons weren't even a thing. A lot of these hand traps weren't a thing. So as I've been watching some videos of some Yu-Gi-Oh duels, and I'm just seeing a lot of OTKs, one-turn knockouts. I'm seeing a lot of, turn 2 plays and the game's over, basically. And that just doesn't really interest me, as far as I like games that have a little more of a strategy to it. So if I were to jump back into Yu-Gi-Oh, I would probably have some kind of house rules. And that made me, start to think, and this is my question of the day for you guys. Do you guys think it is time for Yu-Gi-Oh to develop new formats, or to really shake and change up the rules as well? What would you guys what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's time for a new format, or do you think it's time for some rule changes? And specifically, what I mean by rule changes is I think decks should be limited to either 1 or 2 hand traps for the whole deck. I don't care what you like. Develop a certain archetype that just says these cards are considered hand traps. They're not tuners, they're not special summons, like all that kind of stuff. Just make them their own archetype of card. So when you pull one, there's a hand trap, and that hand trap, you can only have that type of a card in your deck, limited to 2. I think that's something they can do. I also think for another rule change, special summons in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think they need to be limited to 1 per round, in my opinion. This is all based on my opinion. And also, too, I would like to see, if you're not going to do those rule changes, I would like to see new formats. I think new formats for Yu-Gi-Oh would really help liven up the game, and also help bring back in some old players. Maybe have an old way of Yu-Gi-Oh style, because of course that's what I remember most, my childhood, playing old style Yu-Gi-Oh, actually laying down traps, playing cards in defense mode, having a little more of a strategy, trying to develop a board so you can sacrifice summon and get Dark Magicians in, and Blue Eyes White Dragons, and that kind of stuff. Have an actual strategy to the game, because I feel like in today's Yu-Gi-Oh, there just isn't much strategy anymore. It's really just all OTKs, hand traps, special summon, develop the widest board you can get, and then basically you're running over your opponent by turn 2. I rarely see turn 3, especially in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's just my opinion. You only see turn 3s and 4s if people have certain type of rules, budget decks, breaking open structure decks, stuff like that when you see on YouTube. So this is just some of my thoughts. I would like to see maybe either new formats, especially because one of my favorite card games to play is Magic the Gathering, and they have a plethora of formats for all different types of players, and it's always been very successful for Magic the Gathering. I think Yu-Gi-Oh can take a page out of that book, but I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys think about that. That's just my question of the day. Let me know what you guys think. And with all that being said, let's jump into round 6 of the Booster Box Showdown. All right, with Digimon cleaning up in that last round, let's go ahead and start off with some Digimon. So this round is officially underway. Here we go, guys. At this point now, Yu-Gi-Oh, we are just Starlight chasing. There's really no other way around it. If they want to win, they gotta pull. I think they gotta at least pull a Starlight rare. I don't even think it has to be the top Starlight rare, but I think you gotta pull at least one. So at this point, there's no other way around it. There's no way to beat around the bush. We are Starlight chasing. All right, first pack. Here we go, guys. Going through nice and quick. 2 rares, nothing exciting. In that last round, man, we pulled the most expensive card. It looked like Yu-Gi-Oh was gonna squeak away with another round, and then we ended up pulling the most expensive card in this set, particularly for Digimon. So, all right, next pack. And a super rare Leomon. And so far, when it came to Digimon, only one box, not really getting us much value. Other than that, it's been pretty clean so far. So, I mean, from my standpoint, that's pretty damn good. If that pattern continues, though, I mean, then we're looking at a unanimous decision here. But at the very least, in that last box, Yu-Gi-Oh was able to gain me a profit. So at the very least, that's something that's good. So if, you know, let's just say hypothetically, if, like, let's say the last box of Yu-Gi-Oh, we pull out the Starlight Rare, and we somehow get like one of the most expensive ones, there is a chance that Yu-Gi-Oh wins it. But other than that, to see Digimon pull most expensive card in that last round, that was a little heartbreaking. And I kind of knew it was coming too, because I was saying it during that video. Oh, this doesn't go well for you guys in Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, there it is. Bezelmon Blast Mode, not the alternative art, but it is a secret rare. Oof. Look at that artwork, man. You can't just tell me this Digimon doesn't have some of the best artwork. All right, that doesn't go well for Yu-Gi-Oh. It looks like with that secret rare, Digimon, barring some crazy miracle, is gonna win this round. I mean, that's an absolute gut punch right there. Because we still haven't pulled. That's like the second highlight pull, and we still have yet to get our 3 alternative arts. There's a Gallantmon. This is what I've been talking about with Digimon, like their pull rate, their distribution, their pull rate and their distribution and the value of these cards is similar and on par with the actually, I don't even know who it's really on par with. I mean, who else gives you this much? I mean, we are doing the My Hero Academia booster box. I mean, I guess it's kind of on par with that, but the value isn't as great with My Hero compared to Digimon. So there's that. I'm actually trying to think, like, who else gives you this kind of pull rate, this kind of distribution of hits, and consistently too. Every box has been very consistent. When we get the secret rare, it's been like an added bonus. It doesn't interrupt the amount of hits you get. Like, it doesn't take place of a super rare. It doesn't take place of one of our alternative arts. I mean, even if it did, that would still be pretty good, but it doesn't. It doesn't interfere with that at all. Let's see. Impmon and Mega Gargomon. So we still have yet to get our alternative arts, and that was the right side of the box. Like I said, that does not bode well for Yu-Gi-Oh here in this round. Nothing there. All right, next pack. Let's see. All right. Justamon, Blitzarm. Nothing too crazy there. Like I said, we've consistently got 3 alternative arts. I mean, we are on the left side now. So maybe this box is the outlier and it just gets neutralized to the secret rare. I'll be curious. I don't think that's going to happen, but so far nothing other than that secret rare, nothing too valuable. Let's see. AI. Next pack. We're going through this really quick now. Let's see. Oh, here's something new. Jerry Kato with Leomon in the background. There's one of the alternative arts. And a new one too. We haven't seen this one yet. There's one alternative art. Like I said, we should get 2 more, but only a couple of packs left. I don't know if that's gonna happen unless we pull like 3 of them in a row here. We only got what, 4 more packs after this. So the alternative art's got to be in here, unless we're just gonna go on a alternative art spree. Oh, there's Golfmon. I don't know, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh does have a chance after all. With that Bezelmon and everything else so far, we haven't pulled anything wildly expensive. At this point, I pretty much memorized a lot of these prices. Like, I haven't pulled the Sakuyamon. The Galamon Super Rare still pulling a couple of dollars. So, let's see. I don't know what that Leomon alternative, not alternative art, that Tamer alternative art we just pulled. I've never seen that one before, so I don't know the value of that one. So maybe, just maybe, if we don't pull any more alternative arts, there's a chance that Yu-Gi-Oh can steal it. But it's going to be very difficult. And there's Gimon. Going to be very difficult, given the current nature of our pulls lately on Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright. Let's see. And nope, there it is. And there's our third. Doberman. I don't think this one's very expensive either, but nonetheless, it is an alternative art, and that is going to go towards the value. So right now, this is another good showing from Digimon here. What does the last pack have in store for us? Let's find out. And a oh, this can't be good. And I say that because this is Sakuyamon, and you guys already know the super rare version of it, just the standard version, is pulling around $7-8. I think it's dropped in recent days here. So I'm assuming that this alternative art's got to be in the, I would venture, $15-20 range. And of course, with the power of editing, you will see before me. Oh man, that is a gorgeous card, and that does not bode well for Yu-Gi-Oh. So once again, another strong showing by Digimon. Total value pulled here was $89.75. Digimon once again killing it. So far, out of all the boxes we ripped open, out of 6 boxes, only 1 box of Digimon did not make us any profit. Every box has made us profit, and pretty much a good profit too. So of course you guys know the price per box, and there's the profit margin right there, $32.50. So Digimon once again showing out here in round 6 and looking pretty good. Can Yu-Gi-Oh actually match this? I'm gonna be hard pressed to say no here at this point, but let's see how well Yu-Gi-Oh can respond. All right, guys, let's see how well Yu-Gi-Oh gets to respond here in round 6. I think this is gonna be another gonna be tough, that's for sure. But if we can pull a Starlight Rare and Yu-Gi-Oh can steal this round, I mean, we have ourselves a fight here. But if we don't pull a Starlight Rare, hell, if we don't even pull another Therian, I mean, like I said, Digimon, this could be the round where Digimon makes that major separation that I have been anticipating they were gonna do. Let's see. Nothing there. Let's see. Therian Cross. And I was thinking about too also adding the idea of at least adding the super rares, and I want you guys to comment as well, and I'll probably make this the question of the day. Skeletal Dragon. At some point I'll make it a question of the day. I mean, do you guys think the way this is constructed, like we're just pulling the ultra rares and the secret rares, would you guys like me, for just Yu-Gi-Oh's sake, to just kind of add the super rares, like the value to them, anything maybe above, I don't know, 50 cents or more? I mean, I don't think it's really going to make a big difference, but Therian Charge, I was looking like, yes, majority of these super rares, they are worthless, but there are a couple that, there's one of them, I can't remember which one it is now. The pricing went up, it's about $1 now. I believe it's a trap card too. I was thinking like maybe I should put that in the value chart. If you think about, like, Digimon has the advantage of having the alternative arts. That's one of the things, and this is something we've been discussing. Oh, there we go. Here's one of them. I know what the price on this one is. It's not the greatest. We've been discussing this, that you guys would like to see Yu-Gi-Oh do alternative arts. And I think that's something that all Yu-Gi-Oh fans can really get behind. I think it's something that we really want to do a little more of a deeper discussion about at some point, because it needs to be talked about. Yu-Gi-Oh, I've noticed, does what they call collector's rares in certain sets. Now, personally, I think they should just either scrap that rarity or make that rarity their alternative arts and put collector rares in every set. So maybe every booster box has like a collector rare, a alternative art, and still that would still make the Starlight rares the big chaser. So you see what I'm saying? Like, scrap the idea of just sometimes putting in Starlight rares in certain sets and collector rares in certain sets. Because I noticed they kind of go back and forth. Like, if there's a collector rare, there's no Starlight rares. And if there's Starlight rares, there's no collector rares, and so forth. I say scrap the collector rares. Maybe make like 5 to 10 collector's rare per set, and just add them in the booster boxes along with Starlight rares. So basically you're combining your collector rares and your Starlight rares. I think that would be something that would really be able to spice them up. And if you have to up the prices of a booster box, like currently we're seeing booster box prices, whoops, let's get that out of there. We're seeing booster box prices for Yu-Gi-Oh in the 40 to 60 range. If they kind of just hovered or stay at that 60-65 range, and they did what I was just discussing, making a collector rares now guaranteed, and you can just call them either, you can continue calling them collector rares, just put collector rares and then put the card as alternative arts. I think that's something that a lot of us can get behind. I think that would be really good of an idea to really mix it up a little bit with Yu-Gi-Oh. Because I wouldn't mind paying extra $65 if I knew that I was going to be a guaranteed now to get 2 secret rares and a collector rare per box. And you can make like 5 or 10 of them and see where the values just kind of lie. You can keep the same foil pattern. You can do all that stuff. Just make them a alternative art. Like imagine a collector rare. Ooh, nice. A collector rare of Therian King, and that collector rare had that kind of foil pattern along with an alternative art. That would be a dope card to collect. Collectors and players would love to have a card like that. You can't tell me you wouldn't like. So you had Therian King in secret rare foiling, you had Therian King in the Starlight foiling, and then you had an alternative art version of him in a what you would call a collector's rare, which I think would be awesome. And maybe the Starlight rare is around $100. Maybe the collector rares is around like $75, and the regular version of him is around $40. Or the collector rare is like $60. I mean, that's something that a lot of us can get behind. And I think it's something that they should look at and do. And we've been discussing that a lot in the comments section. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had, and maybe we'll make a video. Oh, there's the other one, Beyond the Pendulum. Well, unless we pull a Starlight rare, this is not looking good for this round. I'm pretty sure Digimon just won this. That's all we're gonna get. Go ahead and mail this one in for Digimon. Because they gotta do something, man. Because even these generic secret rares just really the value is just not there. So it's time to do something. It's time to shake it up a little bit. Let's see. A couple of packs left. Oh, nice. Ultra rare. Because like I said, one thing I tried really hard when I came to this booster box showdown, I wanted to find something that was very low per box, but had a very good, I guess you would say, low risk, high reward type of thing. Because I knew the uphill battle that a Yu-Gi-Oh booster box would have versus Digimon. So I was like, I tried really hard, and like I said, I had a buddy that came through for me, and I was able to pull some strings and get this booster box at a very reasonable price. I mean, think about it. I only spent $45 a booster box. So that's a pretty good per box. And I'm hoping that if somehow, some way I do pull Starlight Rare, the damage is only minimum, unless I pull the greatest one. Well, that ends the Yu-Gi-Oh box opening. Not the best showing here. Total value pulled here was 31.43. So once again, Digimon gonna easily win this round. So sticking on theme there, price per box, you guys know it. This is a loss of $14.82, and that's a double-digit loss. And as Digimon is double-digit gaining, Yu-Gi-Oh double-digit losing. So once again, Yu-Gi-Oh just not being able to be consistent with some of their pulls and some of their ratios, starting to fall behind now. And that is going to do it for round 6, you guys. Once again, you know who win this round. The winner of round 6 is Digimon. And you just got to ask yourself, again, on one hand, you got $89, and on the other hand, you only have $31 total value. And like I said, at this point now, Digimon is now starting to make that separation that I have anticipating that they were going to do at some point during this challenge. I think Yu-Gi-Oh has done a good job of at least hanging in there and making this, I don't even want to say competitive is not the word, but at least like showing, I guess, some fight. And you maybe, like I said, there was some hope then that if we pulled the most expensive Starlight Rare, that Digimon would have to make up that ground, and that's just not happening. And again, as more and more boxes get ripped open, and as more and more boxes start to lean towards Digimon, and they are getting that double-digit value, not even just double-digit value. I mean, they're getting the high double digits. We're talking about $30, $40, $50 of pure profit and value. And whereas Yu-Gi-Oh, when it wins in the profit margin, right? When we're actually successful of actually making our money back and then some, we're only getting like $9, $10, $12 at most. And that's only happened twice so far. So again, on one hand, you only have one box of Digimon not making us any value. And on the other hand, almost every box, except for 2 of them, have been successful for Yu-Gi-Oh. So this is some of the things that I said. I just mentioned this is why we're doing this. I mean, this is fun. You get to see everything. You get to see how when you open up a box of Digimon, then you immediately get to compare it to Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're not just comparing 1v1 here. We're doing it over 12. So you guys really get to see how it all unfolds, how a full sealed case unfolds right before your eyes. So like I said, at the very least, this has been nothing but short of entertainment for me. I have been loving every bit of this, but you are just seeing, like I said, one box, really good value, and the other box, just not so much. And in case of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just very inconsistent. These are the things I just want to talk about late in another video that I want to make later. So other than that, let me know what you guys think, and let me know how you guys, Yu-Gi-Oh fans over there, how you guys feeling now after round 6 is the halfway point. And I think we pretty much know where this is going to end up. So again, winner, Digimon, going at another point to this round. There will be another booster box challenge later this afternoon, so be sure to look out for that. And don't forget, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss when I drop a video. And that'll do it for us on here at the Table of Madness.